What's happening, Keish?
Hello.
Hello.
What is up? What is
I don't
up?
know,
What
man. I'm
is
getting started
up?
early. I don't know,
Early,
man. I'm just in
early.
I'm in like a really good mood, man. I'm in a really good
Why?
mood.
You care to share why you in a good mood?
Just because of life. Just life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Life and I just feel like there's a lot of things is going to just evolve in all areas.
Evolve. That's a good
Yes.
word. That's the word of the day. Evolve.
Evolve is the word of the day. Is
It's
that
the
what we're
word
gonna
of
be
the
talking
day.
about? Is that what we're gonna be talking about? What we talking
Evolve. No, we're
about?
not gonna be talking about that, but
Oh,
everybody needs to evolve in life. Anyway, what's up, y'all? And welcome back to another episode. So we got a great one for y'all today. But those who are listening, thank you so much for listening. And those of you who are watching us, thanks so much for watching us.
thank you.
Make sure that you subscribe, please, so you can catch
Subscribe,
us
like, comment.
every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yeah,
But
and share too. Share.
and share.
Shout out to the
All right.
people who've been commenting and sharing
Great
and liking.
comments.
Man, y'all been going in on the comments.
Yeah.
We really do appreciate that.
Absolutely. Great comments. I mean, this is probably the most feedback that I've seen, especially as we go on episode to episode. And
Yeah, but it's not really happening on YouTube. It's happening on all the other social media platforms. But
That's because they
YouTube,
got
it's
to
not as many.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe, you guys. So you
Yeah,
guys
if y'all
can
haven't
comment
subscribed
on
yet,
YouTube.
go ahead and subscribe for us. It'll help us out.
Please.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. So now we got that out the way.
Mhm.
Today, we are going to be talking about platonic relationships, friendships.
Platonic relationships.
Yes. How do you feel?
For those of you who don't know what platonic relationships are, because this is a new age, this is 2024, and that word might just be obsolete.
Not obsolete. I'm not ready to play with you today.
Platonic? What's
platonic?
that?
What do you mean,
that?
platonic?
What does that mean?
Sounds like plantain.
Yeah.
What is that?
Is that a plant? But but basically is when you have a relationship and there's no sexual activity involved. Am I correct?
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
You have a friendship. It can be all types of, there's a lot of different types of platonic relationships. But we're talking about specifically friendships, right? That are platonic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think that it's like you said, it's a new age, like 2024. I believe it's more common now than what it was back then. But some people feel a way about platonic relationships, especially if you
believe it's
in a
more
relationship
now than it was back then?
I do.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You don't think so?
I mean, it's an interesting take on that.
They probably wouldn't call it platonic because, we do just kind of label stuff. But yeah, I think that people had friendships, especially with the opposite sex, and it wasn't no sexual, nothing going on with them. They was just really cool. They might have wanted something to happen. Would that be the same? Still be the same as a platonic friendship relationship? If they wanted something to happen?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I guess that's where the gray line comes into play for me, because if you're in a platonic relationship with somebody, but one of the other, like if either one of you has some form of attraction towards the other one, in a way, you're kind of faking the funk, if you will. It's almost kind of like, yeah, you're in that platonic relationship, but as soon as that other person gives you the opportunity to change that, you jumping right on it. And so is it truly a platonic relationship if that's the case?
No. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm saying no. Because I was listening to somebody talk about platonic relationships, and I believe it was on a short or something. And it's funny that you said that, like, one person might have an attraction to him. He said, in order to have a platonic relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, one person got to be ugly. And I said, what?
One person got to be ugly, but nah, that wouldn't even work.
So he won't have no attraction to him.
Nah, that wouldn't even work because the ugly person would probably like the other one. So it still wouldn't be platonic like that. Like
zero intimacy. Zero intimacy. Yeah, like it has to be zero intimacy.
But see, there could be a conversation that you're having between the two of you that becomes intimate. It might not be a sexual intimate, but it might become a really deep conversation where it's kind of touching your soul, if you will. You know, like if y'all are true friends and in your mind, yes, this is a platonic relationship. I'm not crossing no line, whatever. That means y'all going to talk about some really deep issues. Y'all going to open up to one another. Y'all going to talk about some things that you might not talk about with, anybody else. And because of that, those conversations become intimate. You know what I mean?
So even if the conversations become intimate, right? Is there ever a point where when you have a platonic relationship, you have to have rules as to what it is you should and you shouldn't do in that platonic relationship? You don't think it should have any rules? No boundaries?
I personally believe a friendship isn't, because I believe that the best relationships start at the friendship level, the ones that last. I believe that there shouldn't be any boundaries at all in a friendship. Because
of the opposite sex.
Of the opposite sex, yes. This is just what I personally believe. I believe there shouldn't be any boundaries because you don't know what that particular friendship, where it's supposed to go, where it's supposed to evolve to. Like there's, from experience, the women in my life that I was friends with first, it lasted. And I'm actually still cool with them. I could, if I needed to call them for whatever reason, I could call them, hold a conversation with them. If I was to see them out in public, it would be, hey, what's up? Woo, 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 woo. Right?
Yeah.
The ones that didn't start off as a friendship, I can't call them.
So it's safe to say that you have many platonic friends.
No. Because I don't talk to them on a regular basis. But what I'm saying is there's nothing there that will have them like hating me or me hating them. Like it's a, you know what I'm saying? There is no, because when you hear a lot of people, and I see it on social media a lot, people will talk about their ex or they'll put up these memes, would you do this or would you go back to your ex for a day or something? Just some crazy question, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? And so there's a lot of people out there that will straight dog their ex or the person that they're no longer with, right?
Yeah.
And I believe that stems from them not having a really strong, solid friendship before they took it to that level of intimacy.
Or they just want to make their ex look bad.
But you wouldn't do that if you was a true friend at first. You would never want to do that. You see what I'm saying?
There's people out there that act like they're true friends at first, and then when stuff goes south and goes sour,
then they wasn't true friends.
I'm just saying, like in the beginning, you might think that they really a true friend until something happens in that relationships to where, it just goes south, and then they just don't become friends. They're not friends anymore. And then you find yourself in a position where they talking about you behind your back.
Yeah, and that goes back to they wasn't true friends.
How do you know what a true friend is? Like, come on now.
Only time would tell, in my opinion. Like, and like I said, like I always say, I don't go off a person's words. I go off their actions. Like their actions is going to show whether or not they're a true friend or not. You know what I mean? And it just takes time. that's one of those things that's proven over time. It's not something that you could just throw a label on and be like, oh, that's my friend. Well,
Oh
you
yeah,
really don't
everybody
know
can't
that
be your
yet.
friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody can't be your friend. I wouldn't even say that I can count on one hand how many friends I have. Like
See,
I just
I
can't.
I have no friends.
Exactly.
Everybody is
Yeah.
family
Well,
to
okay,
me.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You either become a part of my family,
Mm-hmm.
or you're just, what would we call them? Associates, somebody that I know,
Oh yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm part of your family.
yeah, you're a part of my family. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't I feel so
Yo, what's wrong? What's wrong with her, y'all? but that's how
I'm just playing.
that's how I personally get down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I got
And
you. I
so
got you.
so that's why I say I really don't have any friends. It's either, you my brother or you my sister. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
this is and that's why, like, every time we hold a conversation, I'm always saying, hey, my brother
Right.
or my sister, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
got you.
and
Yeah.
so that's how it is with me. Now, I
Yeah.
know there's a lot of people out there that still uses that label, that friendship label,
Hmm.
but being that we're talking about, can a man and a woman be friends, have a platonic relationship? My opinion on it is, if either one of them is in a serious relationship with somebody else,
The other person should know about them.
not only that, but I believe they shouldn't even be that friendship needs to be put on pause. This is
Oh.
just my opinion, because I'm telling you, it's going to cause problems,
So
especially if they're extremely close. It's going to cause
so
problems in whatever relationship they're currently in.
okay, but here's one thing. So if the person you with is secure in your relationship, right?
Hmm.
And when y'all first meet, like you said, you got to become friends first. Like, just say you in that relationship, but you have like you said, a platonic friend outside of that relationship that you've been being friends with for a long
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
If you truly know that that is just a platonic friendship, and you can treat the opposite sex like the same sex friendship,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You should let that person know when y'all first start out that, hey, I got somebody I'm cool with. It's a female or it's a male, and I want you to meet them. I don't think there's any red flags with that. I actually think that's pretty good if somebody can come and talk to you and tell you that, hey, I have this friend and we've
Yeah.
been cool forever. You know what I'm saying? If that person allows you to meet the person who is that platonic friend, I don't see a problem with it. Now,
And
however,
doing it that way, no, there's that's all you can do. But
mhm,
the problem comes in on the back end, because that person, because you're mentioning this at the beginning,
mhm,
that person isn't going to show their particular insecurity about it in the beginning,
mhm,
because they want to get to know you, they want to be with you, they're not going to have an issue in the beginning. What's going to
right,
happen is later on down the line, as y'all get
mhm,
closer and closer, then that's where the issues come in. um I do agree with you. You have to bring them around from the very beginning. They have to be around
yeah.
each other. But I'm going to tell you something. As a man, from a man's
Y'all better listen
perspective,
to this.
from a man's perspective, if another man is in the picture,
Mhm.
in our minds, we're going to be thinking that that particular friend will do you in if you called them and asked them to.
Is that
And
true?
and
It's I
listen,
guess it's true on both aspects of the way of the word, you know what I'm saying?
and
Because if
because
a
of that,
woman, yeah. So
it
you just
becomes a
rule against it.
problem.
It's like you got this big X up, like, don't do it.
I
Don't
say,
do
listen,
it.
if
Put it
if
on
y'all are
pause.
if y'all are true friends, if y'all are
Mhm.
true friends, then y'all can y'all could separate or disconnect, if you will, not completely, but true friends don't have to continue to talk to each other on a daily basis.
On a regular.
On a
Yeah.
regular. It could be, because I have fam or brothers, because I don't have friends, but brothers that like months might go by.
Yeah.
I have sisters that years have went by.
Exactly.
And but if I needed, but if I needed to contact them for whatever reason, or if they needed to contact me, they could. And then that conversation we would have a conversation as if we just talked yesterday.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think if y'all are true friends and you really want your friend's relationship to work, then you would do whatever it takes to make sure that that new person that they chose to be with them is extremely comfortable.
Comfortable, yeah.
And if that means you removing yourself from her life on a regular basis, then you would step aside. Now, if you have a problem with it, if you have a problem doing that, then it might be a little bit more than just.
It might be a little bit more. They might be harboring some secret feelings.
Some secret feelings, yeah.
So what about somebody all of a sudden brings somebody around and is like, no, this is my friend. I've been knowing her for years. You know what I'm saying?
Like in the middle of a
like in the middle of a relationship. Like what? Like how? Where did this person come from? That to me, red flag. Run.
Well,
that's all I'm gonna say. No, ain't no way you can define that, because like I said in the beginning, when y'all first start kicking it, they should know who your real platonic friends are. Don't just pop up in the middle just because you know I'm a person that will accept some things, not all things, but some things. If you come to me and you real about it, you know what I mean?
I know for me, and I understand where you coming from. I think that applies if that person comes into your life and then now y'all kicking it on a regular basis. You know what I mean? But if that person comes into your life for a second to get whatever is needed and then they go back to wherever they were, if you will, it's almost kind of like...
What you mean what's needed? Because what's needed could
sometimes
she could need some dick.
But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about...
well, don't say what's needed.
I'm talking about support. I'm talking about some info. I'm talking about some help. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the things that a friend would provide for another friend. Like, me personally, I know a lot of people. Over the years, I've built so many different connections with people over the years, from high school all the way up to this point. And I stay basically in the same vicinity of where some of these people are still at, right?
Yeah.
I don't talk to these people on a regular basis. I don't, I may or may not even have their current phone number in my phone because there's no texts, there's no calls on a regular, none of that. But if one of those people was to hit me up or call me, I know at that point, like, something's up. They need my assistance with something. Or they could just be saying, hey, man, it's been 4 or 5 years. I just wanted to reach out, make sure everything is cool, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. You know what I mean?
Have you had that happen to you?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. All the time. And it's one of those things where just because that happens, now, if that person was to start calling on a daily basis and then, they wanted to hang out and do all this. Now, see, that's
it's going too
what
far.
You're talking about. Yeah.
Red flag.
That's what I feel like the red flag comes into play.
Red flag season.
You know what I mean?
Throw the pitch on. Throw it down.
But a reach out, a catch up, stuff like that, nah. I don't really see it as a red flag. But it really depends on, I believe, the current relationship that you have or current connection that you have, and how strong that connection is. You know what I mean? Like, if you truly believe that the other person isn't going to do you wrong or disrespect what y'all got going on, then you really, it shouldn't bother you if they hold a conversation, or even if they link up just so they can see each other for whatever reason. Maybe a cup of coffee, or maybe your friend might have had a child, a newborn or something, and they wanted you to come see the baby. Whatever the case is, right? I don't really see that as an issue, but I do think it's something that you should talk it over with the person you with.
Yeah.
And it would be a good thing to take that person with you. You know what I mean? Like if your friend that you haven't talked to in, let's say, 4 or 5 years,
and they shouldn't have a problem with you having that.
And they wouldn't.
Significant other.
And they wouldn't. And they wouldn't.
What if they do?
They're just true friends. If they do, then is
malice
there's an issue
behind it.
There's something going on with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that nowadays there's a lot of jealousy out here between a woman and whomever she's with, or a man and whoever he's with, because it's hard to accept anything when it pertains to the opposite sex. You get what I'm saying? And accepting something like that takes a lot from within. You know what I mean? Because it's not every day that you meet somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that you just vibing with, you cool with, and then they tell you, hey, I got this friend. And you're like, okay. But a person who's really secure with you, or they're secure with their woman, you know what I'm saying, will be able to accept that, especially if they're able to come around them and their friend makes them feel comfortable, like, oh, I could be friends with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't feel like no ill will, no ill intent is behind who they are and what the friendship they have.
Right.
So you got to be able to accept that if it ever happens.
Well, I do know, like, what I do believe, and I'm pretty sure my fellas will back me up on this. I don't think any man is going to be 100% comfortable with his woman having a male friend, especially if that's her quote unquote bestie. Now, and I think that's one of the reasons, and this is just a thought of mine. I don't want to offend anybody, but I have noticed that women tend, I've seen a lot of women that has besties, male besties, that are homosexual. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that, and I kind of feel like that happens because they know that this particular dude doesn't have that mind, you know, that thought in the back of his head that, hey, you know, I'm trying to do this, or I'm trying to, you know. And I think subconsciously women know that their friend likes them, because that's how do you become friends? You're attracted to them in the first place. There's something about that person that attracts you to them, and that's why y'all became friends in the first place. It might not have been like a sexual attraction or intimate attraction, but there was something about that person that you liked. You might have seen yourself in them, or you might like the way they dress. You might like the way they talk, their energy. Something about them attracted y'all together, right? And so because of that, you already know there is some form of attraction between those two people, even though y'all just friends.
Exactly.
And where does a woman go when she's having problems with her man and her relationship? They go to.
But see, that's one thing that shouldn't be allowed. Like, that's why I said, is there boundaries, or is there rules? Like when you have like a platonic friendship of the opposite sex, because there's no reason why you should be talking about, you know, complaining about your partner to that friend.
Yeah, but I
Like
mean, when
you
you say,
shouldn't.
is
I
there any
mean,
boundaries or
no,
rules?
that's a
So
boundary you crossing. That's a
yeah,
rule you
but
should have.
yeah,
You
but
can't
that's
go
a
on dates. You can't do no flirting. Avoid manipulation. Like there are certain things that you should and should not do in a platonic friendship.
yeah.
Period.
And what I'm saying is those boundaries that you're talking about right now are
Mm-hmm.
boundaries that are set in your intimate relationship that you're having. We're not talking about boundaries between friends. You see what I'm saying?
If
Like
it's of the
you're not going
opposite
to tell your
sex.
friend, you're not going to tell your friend of the opposite sex, do not talk to me about your husband or do not talk to me about your, because that's what y'all friendship is
But you
for.
gonna tell them, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Don't
But
be over here talking, complaining about
see,
yo.
true friends aren't going to
Mm-mm.
do that. Like if you
Don't be
had,
complaining about
because you
your
got to
man to
have,
me.
you, people got to
I
have
support
people.
you. I support you, but don't be doing that. Mm-mm.
People got to have somebody that they can talk to in
And
their
they
life
have
besides
girlfriends that
the,
they can talk to.
but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about friends. The only difference is it's the opposite sex.
Opposite sex.
So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is if this is a true friend of the opposite sex, that would be her male friend, not her girlfriend, but her male friend. And what I'm saying is the same way she would talk to her girlfriends, she would talk to her male friends if they're just true platonic friends. And the fact that you say that there should be boundaries, it just confirms that having a platonic friendship of the opposite sex, if you're in a serious relationship, is not going to work. It's not. And if it is working, I believe the ones that do work are the ones where all of y'all were friends, like at the beginning, like y'all was in a group or something. Y'all might have all knew each other from college,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
you have a friendship with this particular person, and the person you with also has a friendship with that particular person outside of you.
Right.
But all three of y'all have a. I believe that could work, but other than that, there's going to be some issues. There's going to be some problems
Yeah.
in the long run. And that's just my opinion on it.
Well, I know for me, there are friends that I had when I was single that, that was just it was cool. And it wasn't never no nothing sexual between them. It was just like, they was really a homie. But I know that like now, I wouldn't call them. I wouldn't do none of that. Because for the simple fact, I know that if I was at a vulnerable state, they would try something.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to know when, you got to pick your battles wisely, I guess. That's all I can say. That's the best advice I could give, because you can't go into a relationship, especially with somebody that you really like. Are you really feeling it? Y'all got a connection, and then try to still hold on to something. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, if you know that if you was to call them and tell them to come through and do whatever, if you know that they would do that, are y'all truly friends? Is that truly a friendship?
Hey,
I mean, or is that a man that wanted to position himself in a position to, possibly not necessarily have his turn, if you will, because I don't want it to sound like that. But
have his turn.
But I mean that. but that's
so
what I'm saying.
bad.
Man will position themselves in a woman's life as a friend.
Would they
will
try to interrupt what they got going on so they can make their way up in the like, you know what I'm saying? Like push up on the lady.
Say it again. Would they what?
If they have a platonic, let's say this woman got a platonic male friend and her boyfriend, I do know about him, right? Because he done came around. He's real cool. They both cool in the same space. Would the platonic friend, if he has ill intent, seriously, if he wants this lady, say something or do something to try to put something in her ear so they can have problems? Like make
I think you already know the answer to that.
And just so he can, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just get it.
You already know the answer to that. Like if
That
he,
would be so wrong.
but would he be your friend if he was
That would
doing
be so
that?
wrong.
You see what I'm saying? He's not truly your friend if he would do that. You
Nobody
see what
has
I'm
friends
saying?
these days.
And that's why I was like,
We don't have no friends, y'all.
man,
No
like
friends. It's a no friends season.
if you want, my advice is if you want your relationship to last, your intimate relationship to
Cut it
last,
off.
y'all, you need to put those friendships of the opposite sex on hold. Let your friend know, like, hey, I'm in this serious relationship. I want him to fully trust me. I don't want no doubts about this, no doubts about that. So we're gonna cut back on the time we spending together. You know, we could still call and check up on each other every now and again.
Right.
But it gotta be every now and again. It can't be no
And he's
every
got to
day.
respect that.
And he's got to respect that, or she has to respect that. And
Right.
if your friend has a problem with that, then, like we said earlier, there might be a little bit more to y'all friendship than what you thought it was. You know what I mean?
Can you have a platonic friend, friendship or relationship with somebody that you previously had sex with, or that wouldn't be a platonic friend? How would you categorize that?
And you know what? I'm glad you asked that question because it brings me to this next point. I think to have a true platonic friendship is something that has to evolve from something.
That's the key word.
Yeah. We said it earlier, you know.
We did.
But it's something that has to evolve from something. And what I mean by that is a true platonic friendship, a true one, is something that you don't just say, okay, this is what it is.
Right.
It evolves to that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because at the beginning, there's going to be attraction. Whether you want it there or not, that's why y'all became friends in the first place, right?
Right. They had something that brought you to them, right?
And it takes time to cultivate that connection and build it to a point where it becomes a truly platonic relationship.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I do believe that you can have a sexual history with somebody and then it becomes a platonic relationship. You know what I mean? I believe that is most definitely possible. But even with that platonic relationship that you previously had, because of that sexual history, that you most definitely can't have that relationship going on while you're with somebody serious. You know what I mean? I can tell you now, it's just not going to work. Because if you go and you tell your man that you with, hey, this is my friend, we're not doing anything. Yes, we do have a history.
It's over from there.
Yeah,
After you mention you have a history.
Yeah, once you mention that you had a sexual history, yeah, he ain't going.
Why? Because he already knows what, you know. He knows
already,
the goods. He already had it.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing about it is when you've had it, and then the woman, this is what men know. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna give you a little heads up.
Uni. Come on with it. I want to know this.
If you go there with a woman, and then after you go there with a woman, y'all might not, continue going there, but she stays around.
She stays around.
Yeah, like they're like
she stays around.
She stays around. I'm serious. She stays around somehow. Like y'all connection stays there. Y'all, there's always a, hey, just check on you. That means that not only did she enjoy what y'all was doing, but she want to keep that window of opportunity open, just in case she needs to backtrack there.
So she can actually ruin it too. She can ruin the relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. She can ruin it. He can ruin it. Everybody can ruin it when there's another person involved. And that's why I said, like, if it's you and your dude, it needs to be you and your dude. Because when you start adding the opposite sex into what you got going on, and it starts becoming, it's going to create conflict.
Intention.
Intention, a whole bunch of
Have
stuff.
y'all ever walked into a room where the tension is so thick? What they say is like cutting some butter with a butter knife. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the tension is so thick. Like, I would not be in that situation.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
I would not want to be in that predicament because just walking and feeling it, like, that's just an uncomfortable feeling. No, thank you. I pass on that. Yeah, I pass on that. So any person any platonic friend that I done had, then they ain't there no more.
Yeah.
I got too much I got riding on this.
Yeah.
Literally.
And the fact of the matter is, it's like you got to be real careful. You got to be real careful. I'm trying to do the podcast. You got to be real careful on what. See, you done threw me off.
I'm sorry.
On what I was saying.
You got to be real careful. I'm sorry.
I lost my train of thought. They're talking about I done missed something. Damn, what was I talking about?
So listen, friends that are exclusively, that are solely exclusively to you are not acceptable. Because if they're only exclusive to you and only you, that means y'all got something going on. So, If your partner can't come around.
So you talking about it as if you don't allow that person to see or be around the person that you're with? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
When you say exclusive? Yeah.
Exclusive, yeah. Like they just, I'm going to go hang out. Well, I'm going to go too. Nah, I don't need you to go.
Yeah.
Nah, let me tell you something, because you get your shit and get out the door, my guy. Okay?
Oh, you would just put them out like that?
I'm just saying, though, like, why I can't go? Why I can't go? What's the problem? See?
Yeah, you're right.
Got quiet.
Yeah, because I can't. I really couldn't. I was over here trying to think of what you could tell somebody that would make sense, but there really isn't. There really isn't nothing you can say.
It's just silence, like crickets.
Yeah, there's nothing you can say.
Real bad.
Like, why can't I go?
There's no way.
Why can't you go?
Right. Let me just think of some bullshit real quick.
Well, because we want to catch up.
We haven't seen each other.
Okay,
y'all can catch up, and I can be right here in between y'all, sitting next to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
That's true. You could if it was truly a catch up. You're right.
If it was truly a catch up, like
I agree.
If they just solely exclusive to you, no, that's not gonna happen.
Hey y'all, so y'all take note on that. Like if you're currently in a relationship with somebody and they have a female, if you're a female and your dude has a female friend that he doesn't allow you to come around or want you to, that might be a problem.
No,
and vice versa. And vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah. Now that's a true problem because I think it is some stuff out there like it. Like there's relationships that are really like that. They're like, nah, this is business. Business type of business you got going on.
Are we talking about business relationships that are is that the same? Is that the same topic? Because I mean, it kind of falls into the same thing.
Business relationship.
Well, it's supposed to be platonic if it's just business, right?
See what I'm saying?
It's supposed to be.
They can simply say that's one of the things that somebody could say if it was solely exclusive to them only because it's a business meeting. Okay, I can't go because it's business. But what if you having these business meetings on a regular? Ain't that much business in the world.
But there are. See, that's where trust gotta come in because there are people that are in those types of businesses where you really do got to network and link up with people on a regular basis. And sometimes those meeting places are at lunches and restaurants and
sometimes they in a bedroom.
Yeah.
Because let me tell y'all, I'm just going to speak on personal experience. Let me just get this out because, baby. So, my ex-dude, right? He was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go. Because he would offer to, if you want to go, you want to ride with me? I'm like, nah. I used to be like, nah, all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And then one day, I guess he thought I was going to say no. He was like, I was like, I'm going to go with you. It's like, nah. Oh, you don't want to go on this because I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't want you, I got to go make his transaction or whatever he said. I don't know. I was like, but any other time it's it's not a problem because are you expecting me to say no? And this time I said, yeah, now it's a problem. Like, what you got going on? Nah, I don't need you around all this. Oh, now you don't need me around all of this. Bet. What I do? Went inspect the gadget on his ass.
What?
And found out why he didn't
And
want me there.
What was the reason why?
Because he had somebody else. A
On the
platonic
side?
friend. A platonic friend that
It
he
was
was
a
doing
female?
business with. It was a female. Yeah.
And where do you meet up with her at?
Sometimes at my house when I was at work. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Woo. And so, listen.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
He brought her around too. Before I knew. Yeah.
Before you knew. Yeah. They say.
In the middle of, remember how we was talking about, like, they can't just pop up in the middle of the relationship? Nah, in the middle of the relationship, he was like, because, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm great.
And so,
I'm like,
and then,
okay.
You know, that goes back to also, like, you know, they say that the person, like, when you separate from whoever you've been with, the person that she's going to be sleeping with next, you done met already. He done been in your house. He done ate your food. You done shook his hand. You know what I mean? Because friends, it might be, you know, this is a friend from work. And then they do what we talked about earlier and bring them around, and you sitting there and y'all talking and whoop, whoop, whoop. And y'all, and you as a man, you're not trying to be insecure. You're not trying to show that, especially in front of the other man, her friend. You don't want him to see that weakness. You don't want, because, you know, he might use that against you. He might be in her ear talking about how insecure you are, right?
Yeah.
And so they say that you done met the person that your woman is going to sleep with.
Ooh.
And
that
you
is
might have fed him. He might have been in your house. And vice versa. The women. Like, y'all done met
that because from personal experience
and fed
that
the woman that is, you know, so yeah. That platonic friendship, like I said, I think it's a great thing to have. It's a really great thing to have, because I do believe, like, you know, which is why we started this, you know, this podcast, because we want, like we said before, we want people to be able to see how a man and a woman can hold a conversation about, like, really serious topics, and there not be like this. I don't know what causes man and women not to be able to do this truthfully, and why not everybody has this. But I think the reason why a lot of people don't have it is because of what we've been talking about this entire episode. It's because they're currently in a relationship with a man or a woman.
Yeah.
And all of that other stuff had to be put to the side. You know what I mean? You can't sit there and be talking and holding a conversation with a person day in and day out. That's why our podcast is once a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if we was to have a podcast every day, it wouldn't work. We would have problems. We would have serious problems. But, you know, once a week for an hour,
it's doable.
Okay.
It's doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But regular basis, every day, you know, I'm at your crib, you at my crib, whoop, 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 whoop. Nah.
No?
It's not going to work.
You wouldn't come and talk to me every day?
No, I would, but your dude's going to have a problem. That's what I'm saying. You would be talking to me probably more than you talking to him.
Oh.
Look, you done forgot. See, you in trouble now.
I'm in trouble now. I'm
like,
sorry.
How you forget about him?
I didn't. I didn't.
But you see what I'm saying, Keish?
Yeah.
That's why, because we're business partners.
Correct.
And so regardless.
So I'm you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna be like, I got a business meeting.
Right. with Uni. Yeah. Say you got a business meeting with Uni, and I'm going to have to go over to his house for this meeting.
for this meeting. I'll be
and
gone for a couple
and
hours.
it's in the evening.
It's in the evening.
Let's
So
say about
I
like
be coming home
7,
around
8.
night. Yeah, I
It
be
be
coming home about 12 midnight.
or you mess around and say, "Don't wait up."
Don't don't wait up.
Don't wait
It's only a
up.
business meeting.
It's a business meeting. I don't know when I'm coming back though.
I don't know, but it's uni.
But
It's okay.
yeah, it's uni. Don't worry
It's
about
okay.
it. You know,
Don't worry about it.
Right. And you
Don't
think
worry about it.
and you think he's just gonna be like, oh, okay, it's uni.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
You know, even though everybody knows like what type of person I am, I'm a great guy. You know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot.
I knew you was ready to do it.
I'm just a really great guy. I'm a respectful guy. I'm a great guy when it comes to that. And I love empowering relationships. I love people
Listen to him.
You know, I do. I really, truly do. But that still would be an issue. That would be a problem. No man wants to hear that. His woman about to go on a business meeting with a dude in the evening
please don't
at
say
his
that.
house. And then on her way
Please
out,
don't do that.
she just adds the little cherry on the top with "Don't wait up."
Don't wait up. Listen, but for real though, like seriously though, for real.
Oh man.
Even though you have because I know we nearing the end of it. Even though you have a platonic male friend, you think you have a platonic male friend, right?
You think you do.
Please. And I'm going to explain this after I say it. Please don't confuse patience with not being interested.
Wait, say that again. Let me hear that again.
Don't confuse patience with not being interested.
Don't confuse patience with not being interested.
What I mean by that is they can be so patient with you. They can sit back. Do you understand where I'm going with this?
I'm with you. Yeah.
They can sit back and they can be patient. They may not have made a move. They may seem like this greatest friend in the world. And it's like, sometimes other men or other women can feel what the other person is up to. Mm-hmm. If it's your man and he meets him, he may be able to feel that, what you can't, because this guy has only displayed nothing but friendship to you, right? So he could be sitting back waiting patiently and he's interested. That's where I'm going with this, y'all. Come on. Y'all got to go to school with me on this one.
Hey,
because I guarantee you, if you get in your phone, do this, test it out. Get in your phone, ladies, and text that platonic male friend. I'm not feeling too hot tonight. I'm mad at him. You think you might want to have sex? See what their response is. Text them.
Oh, you about to break up a lot of friendships. Well, they fake friendships anyway, I guess.
They fake friendships anyway. So what am I really breaking up?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
true.
helping you cut that cancer off.
Hey, listen, let me say this. Ladies, and I'm taking a screen for this, Keish. Ladies, and this for the man too. Mm-hmm. But you really truly want to test your friendship? You really, truly want to test to see if your platonic friend is a truly platonic friend? Then do what Keisha said. Mm-hmm. Test it.
Test
it. And even if you don't want to test it with your man, test it on your own. Just so you'll know. And do it in a way to where they know you're not trying to test them. You know what I mean? Like really.
You got to really word it.
You got to really have them believe that what you're saying is what you truly want, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm not suggesting to do this with the person that you're currently with because it's probably going to upset them when they realize that your man will come through and do you in. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to know whether or not you're in a true platonic relationship, test that. And I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of women out there that just will not do it. Mm-hmm. They don't want to know because I think deep down inside, they already know.
They already
know. They know.
Yeah.
And
but these are for people who are like, just oblivious to whatever, they just don't know.
Are they really truly oblivious? Because
or they just don't want to see it.
You know, one thing we didn't really talk about,
What's
the
that?
fact that they're keeping them as friends, as backup.
Now, as backup.
Yeah, as backup.
I don't believe it's no backup.
Listen.
I don't believe that.
They're keeping them as friends. They're platonic, but in their mind, they also know, oh yeah, he's a potential. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep him around because he's a potential. No, now isn't the time for us. You don't think there's women out there right now that has male friends and they know in their heart
you basically saying
that they're on
women
standby?
Have men on standby.
Yeah. And you gonna sit there and say no?
Not on standby.
What?
I wouldn't call it being on standby. If that's the case, then men got women on standby. And they got women on standby on a regular basis.
Yes, there's
because
men out there.
He feels like, you know, she getting on his nerves, he gonna go, and that's gonna go back. Go watch the last 3 episodes of cheating.
But what I'm saying is,
that's where cheating comes in.
Of course, men do. And so that's why it's hard for me. It's hard. How could you say there's no women out there that do that?
I mean,
like,
you know,
that.
It
how
just
could
sounds so.
Just because you don't do it, that doesn't mean that.
It's just the way that you like put it out there. Like they back up or they don't stand back. Ladies, okay, y'all let me know because I'm gonna speak for me. I don't see backup or standby. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that.
It's a real thing.
I don't have time for that. But ladies, do y'all have like men that y'all have been with before? That's platonic.
No, it don't even have to be a man that they've been with. It could just be somebody.
Friends,
it could be somebody that has potential. It could be somebody that
has potential. Do y'all keep them on standby?
Yeah.
Do y'all do that? Because I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, they most definitely do
and men,
that.
And I ain't gonna ask y'all.
Men do it.
Just to be fair,
I'm telling you.
I'm just okay. Men do it, but just to be fair, because I don't want them coming after me being like, she just always. Nah, I'm not great.
They're gonna come after you regardless.
They are gonna come after me regardless. Y'all been doing really great. After I told y'all how I felt last episode, I don't think anybody came for me, and I appreciate it.
Why'd you say that? Now they really gonna come after you.
But I'm just saying, like, no. I mean, you know, like, I gotta tell them I appreciate
you haven't been getting no trolling? We coming for you.
I know it's always gonna be somebody out there that's trolling behind a computer, and that's fine. They can troll behind a computer all they want to because you know, face to face is different. You know, cowards is a coward. But men, do y'all have like women in y'all's phone that I don't stand by? You got somebody on standby?
Nah, I don't. I really...
He thought about it, though. You see he thought about it?
I mean, when somebody asks you a question... When somebody asks you a question, yes, you got to think about the question and answer it. But what I'm saying is, I don't need to have somebody on standby because for years now, I've been operating off of what I guess karma and the universe brings me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and because I don't go searching, I think I said this before in one of our previous episodes. Me personally, I don't go hollering at females. I don't go try to get their numbers.
You did say that.
I don't do that. Mm-hmm. And so that same energy that has me not doing that is the same energy that's not going to have me have somebody on standby because I don't go off of my own personal, what I think I need anymore. Mm-hmm. I used to do that. Now I let the energies around me,
the universe,
bring me what I need, and it's been working out like that for me. And I'm gonna keep it that way. You know what I mean?
I believe that if you are truly healed from whatever it is that you went through, and that you're okay with being alone. Right?
I love being alone.
I know. Me too.
Yeah.
If you are comfortable with being alone, you don't have to have anybody on standby.
Nah.
You just don't. Because it's not needed.
Right.
It's at that point it becomes unnecessary.
Yeah.
For me. You know what I'm saying? Like
you're right.
I like even now, I talk on the phone to one male. And that's all I need. I don't have a need to do anything extra. Because guess what? I don't want to. I don't feel like it. it's a burden to me.
Yeah, you said it. You said that in the last episode. You was like, man, you don't got the energy for it.
I just don't. Like, even now, like, I don't. I've become so okay with just being with me and having who I have in my life that I'm blind to everything else around me. You know what I mean? So
are you completely blind though?
You don't see nothing? I'm gonna say I don't, because I'm gonna tell you, if a man was flirting with me, I probably wouldn't even know it, because that's not where my attention's at. But then that's a bad thing,
though, isn't it?
No, because I'm going, walk away. I'm just walking away. Like, he can say what he want to say. And I'm pretty sure that if a woman came up to you, you don't always know when women are flirting with you. I've been around you and I've seen, no, you don't. That's why you said it like that and made that face. No, you don't. There are women that flirt with Uni on a regular basis. I'm talking about in his face flirt. And he has no clue. He's just so oblivious to it. Like, it's crazy to me. And I laugh like, you just gonna keep talking to her and she's flirting with you. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Understand.
I don't see.
And it's my turn. So
you got the screen.
But I'm so like, I just, it's like I have my blinders on. When I'm with somebody, I'm truly with somebody. Then platonic friends of the opposite sex, like, I don't even talk to my best friend like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have something going on and I really need to talk to her, I can call her. But like you said, you got friends that that you don't talk to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, but you consider them family.
So that's what I consider for years. Most of them.
And I consider my best friend is family to me, because, she has my godson. So that's my family.
Right.
And just like her, we don't talk on the phone every day, but if she knows something's wrong with me or she can feel it, she'll call me and I'll call and talk to her. Right. But these like male friends, there's no need for them.
Yeah.
It's just going to become he gets on my nerves on a daily basis. So I don't need another man getting on my nerves.
That's messed up. I didn't say it. That's a dirty game. How you just go throw your dude under the
He gets on my nerves on a daily basis. I love him to death, but he gets on my nerves on a daily basis.
I'm gonna see if he'll come on.
He can't come on here. Nope. Too much.
You don't want nobody to know.
Nope. That's why all these the nosy people who ain't subscribed and the ones who ain't really rocking with us, they come on here to meddle. I ain't got time for it.
So you definitely don't want them to see him, huh? I see.
And I know you wouldn't bring your lady on here either. So no, it's a wrap.
Well, I don't put personal. That's too personal.
Yeah, nah, you would never. Not again. I used to do that back in the day. Like, I would, put me on your profile. Like, now it's like, I don't want nobody to know nothing, because I'm happy, I'm content. Boo boo. It just causes problems when you start putting your business out there. Okay.
It does.
Because everybody want them after they see them. Man. And they ain't want them before.
If they didn't want them before, they going to want them now.
They going to want them now.
And if y'all knew, I'm talking to the men, if y'all knew what your boy was actually over here, with whatever.
What?
Y'all would be hating like a mother. For real. He was like, what?
I'm not ready to play with you, Uni.
How did you... Yeah, it's like that.
She is pretty though.
And she's gorgeous. Okay. But it's not just that. She got
yeah, she's smart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's intelligent.
But I gotta say, the conversations I've had with your dude, like I actually respect that man.
He gets on my nerves.
I respect him. And
everybody
that's why
respects him.
And that's why I feel like
everybody be in his face.
And that's why I feel like he really wouldn't trip like with me, and what we're doing with this podcast. Like, because we've had conversations. I've talked to him enough to know, and he knows. So yeah, we super good. I know we was joking about it earlier about how, if she was to, come over and all of that, but it's so solid and we're able to do this and still maintain. And that's what I'm saying. Even though I sit here and I say that I don't believe platonic friendships should be in the picture when you're with somebody. because me and Keish have this business together, it makes it a little bit easier. And then they actually see what it is that we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? They see so it's a little different. But we can't sit here and say that it was easy at the beginning though. Right?
Lord.
It wasn't easy at the beginning. It wasn't easy at the beginning. But
it wasn't.
It's gotten there. It's evolved to that.
It's
and
evolved.
That kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like that type of relationship is something that has to evolve to a point where everybody in the picture is comfortable with it. And it takes time. When it's all said and done, it takes time. And
absolutely.
You want to go ahead and tell the people, what you feel about what this episode is, Keish? End it off with your conclusion.
I'm just going to, I just want to say, first of all, thanks so much for listening to what we have to say. I hope that we are helping you guys on the journey that you are on right now. But platonic relationships, I think Uni and I are going to agree and say they do not work, okay? And just like I said in the episode, please do not confuse their patience with them not being interested, because they're definitely interested. They're definitely interested.
One of the two
Send a text message. Yeah, one of the two is. Somebody's harboring some secret feelings, boo-boo. Okay?
Yeah, it is what it is.
And it is what it is. So I'm going to need y'all to learn the difference. Look for those red flags. And have the respect for your partner to learn when to not have those relationships, because it's important.
It is important.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm going to say to the people that I don't believe a platonic relationship between man and woman should be active if either one of the two is in a serious relationship. I'm not saying it doesn't work out, but I am saying it can create a problem. It can create confusion, and it could disrupt your current relationship that you have. And the way I see it, just that alone, just because of the I would stay away from it. If you're that serious about the current relationship that you're in with the person that you're with, don't bring anything. Eliminate whatever you can that's going to cause some type of conflict within that relationship, because you're going to already have enough on your plate that you're going to have to deal with, that you're going to have to figure it out. And having the opposite sex in the picture isn't going to do nothing but complicate things. Okay? So that's my take on it. Keish, hey, man. Once again, it's been an excellent, excellent episode.
Absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.
And share.
And please share. Our subscribers are going up. We're about to be celebrating the 200 mark. We didn't even put out that 100 subscriber milestone video.
I know. We're going to have to have
we're gonna have to,
an episode where we
like a super one, maybe like a behind the scenes type thing,
I think it'll be pretty dope.
With maybe like the editing or the audio correction, or maybe just the pictures. I don't know.
I think we just gonna have to just sit down and just have some fun with one of these episodes and show what goes on.
Or maybe do a live. We don't know how many people would actually show up for a live, but I guess it would be good just to have like at least one live.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
And just see how that go. Maybe we might do that for the 200th. We don't know, but you can reach me at UniDaGod. That's UNIDAGOD on almost every social media platform.
Yeah, and you can reach me at Lakey Nicole, and that's LAKEYNICHOLE on all platforms. And tell them where they can send us inquiries.
Inquiries. You could send us inquiries at Talk to Me Truthfully inquiries at gmail.com. Whatever.
I didn't even say nothing that time.
Yeah, whatever. You can
I
reach
didn't
us
even
there.
say nothing.
Holla at us. That's how you can get just a little bit more personable instead of the social media or the comments. If you just want to, reach out to us without, the whole world seeing what you're reaching out to us about or for. And if you have
If
any
you have,
issues,
yeah.
yeah.
If you have any issues, if you have any ideas or thoughts that you might not are able to talk about and you want us to talk about it, hit us up.
Yeah, yeah. There
And
might be
we can
something that you're
incorporate
currently
that.
going through right now that you really can't talk to nobody about, but you can sit and listen to two other people talk about it.
Oh, you know what would be really good? Like a question and answer session. Like
A
people just,
Q&A.
a Q&A, like people like write the questions out, like ask us questions and we can answer them from a man and a woman's perspective. We can do that.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd be
super
pretty
dope.
cool.
Yeah, maybe we got to set that up to where people can just write in their question or send
Yeah.
in their question.
You can do that at the inquiries, the Talk to Me Truthfully inquiries.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
We
Keith,
got you. We got you.
you know it. Keith, we in the
Uni.
game. Hey, man.
Yeah.
My peoples, my family, we are out. We love you. Till next time.
Bye.